have to be a prophet to prophesy, and you don't have to be you don't necessarily, just because you're a seer, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are a prophet also, but it means that you can see in the spirit realm. And see the difference when you're a prophet, because a true office of a prophet can declare a word over your life that God didn't even release to them. But because they're in the office of a prophet, they can speak that word, and God will allow them, depending on their relationship with Him, God will allow that word to manifest because of that office, because of who that person is. But a seer is someone that can see in the realm of the spirit, or can see, or maybe be strong in discernment. You can be strong in discerning individual spirits. Someone may be coming in and you can discern the spirit, or I can see that this is the spirit of depression, or I can see that they have a spirit of heaviness, or they're dealing with a spirit of lust, or it's a lying demon, or whatever. You're able to see, and you're sensitive to what you see. But a prophet can speak and decree and declare. But when God goes back and He says, I wish that all my people would prophesy, wishing that all of us would prophesy, so because our words have life and power, what we speak, we give life to, even if you're not a prophet. It's just showing the power and how powerful your words are. Even if you're not a prophet, you have the power to give life, to speak, to be able to decree a thing, to declare a thing. And that's why the Bible also says, okay, it's death and life in the power of the tongue. So even if you're speaking your death, you're speaking your life, it's in your tongue. So a true prophet in the office of a prophet can declare a word. They can make up a word, and God is going to ordain that word. But a prophet with the gift of prophecy, I have to use Apostle and I as an example. He's an apostle with the gift of prophecy. So he can prophesy and speak prophetically in your life and see. So do you have an understanding about it? Any questions about that? Okay. Now, he says also, God allows the seer to see some things that will never be declared to the body or believers. Now, those that are seers, God will reveal some things to you that you're not to ever speak. And then that is seeing God, because God knows your heart to see if He can trust you in the thing, but the test is you finding out who you really are. Because sometimes we don't know what we can really be trusted with. Because sometimes we even have girlfriends that say, or friends that say, you know what, I'm going to tell you this, but I appreciate it if you don't share, but as soon as something happens, you may, so sometimes we don't know what we can be trusted with. So even if you have a gift to see, He will allow a seer to see, and take you into a realm that He doesn't want you to share. If He doesn't want you to share, what does He want you to do? Intercede. You're to intercede for that situation or for whatever it is He may be showing you, or that you may see that He's revealing to you, that He's taking you behind the veil in the situation, in some circumstances, and you need to intercede. I remember years ago when we were living in Texas, and one of the prophet friend of mine, the 9/11 came, and she said, I saw some planes going into, right when we were seeing it, watching it on television, she said, I had a vision and I saw some planes going into a building, but I didn't understand it. And see, sometimes some things can be revealed to you and you don't understand. Well, if you don't understand, that's the reason why you need to pray. Because then there'll be an understanding once you begin to intercede. But sometimes we get entrusted with visions and we take it for granted and don't pray. And when we don't pray, we don't find out the full meaning of what it is that has been released to us. So you need to be able to intercede. You've got to get into the spirit and intercede, because you've just been entrusted with some nuggets that only you can have the interpretation to. And so it may be on you to intercede, to intercept that situation.
I do have a question you had asked earlier.
You do. You prophesy a thing and see. You try your gift. This is how you know what your gift is. Unless you work it, you won't know what it is. You have to work it to put it to hand. You can work it. You can have a prophet reveal it to you. You can have a seer reveal it to you. But you have to work it in order to know the fruit of it.
Seeing is just like knowing something intuitively.
When you see, you see. Because even in this book, there's a chapter, there's a paragraph when he says that when I begin to get a prophetic word, there's a bubbling that begins to come up in my spirit. I begin to feel a bubbling like, and I start to get excited. Well, then you know that that's unnatural, that something is coming forth. So you begin to feel that bubbling, that excitement, and then there's some words that you're not conscious that you're saying that may be released. So, and then when you're seeing, it may be, what does a seer do? They have a vision. They have a vision of something. It's something that the Spirit is taking them into, some may call it a trance, because, it's like you're out of your body, but you're in your body. And you can be awake, but all of a sudden you may see something. Or you may be asleep, but not a sound sleep, and still be able to go into a realm where you're seeing something. So it's different as far as how you see. Everybody may see a little different, but it's an experience that's different from the norm of your body. You don't usually walk around having visions. You don't usually walk, always seeing something, so you know that there's difference. And it's the same thing if someone feels a prophetic coming up with them. Okay, when we were doing the School of the Prophets, and we few Thursdays, and we had people putting hands on individual shoulders and prophesying. Well, where did you go to get that prophetic word? Where did you go? You went somewhere. Did you just step out on faith and speak, or was the words coming to you? The words are not going to never come to you until you open up your mouth. You have to say something before the rest of the flow of the words will really start to come to you. And it's not like a make-up word, but it's just like you just have to step out on faith and say something, and then the flow will follow. So you have to work the gift. That's working the gift. That's stepping out and trusting God enough. Like, okay, all you need is a body, and I'm yielding my body. So my intellect, that's why it's real good that we had everybody turn and you not see who you were prophesying to, so you couldn't prophesy what's familiar. So your intellect can't prophesy. The Spirit can. Because I can look at him, and because I know him, if I was a budding prophet, prophesy my experience to him, what I know about him. So there's a difference. Okay? So, where were we? Finish, Minister Tyson? Go right where it says some of the things, same paragraph. Did you finish that paragraph?
No.
Okay. We'll read some of the things.
Some of the things that the Holy Spirit reveals, he does not trust to be declared. Even Jesus told his disciples concerning some of the things that he spoke, see to it that you tell no man.
He does not trust to be declared. And I mean, I think that's deep, because that's letting me know that the Holy